Shalom, fellow Ambazonians. Today na Sunday number 3 day for this month of September 2023. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, sense past king. Lukong, una welcome to our daily podcast, a program where it bring una the truth, it bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we waka for the journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Our good people at home and abroad, the today's title for this podcast na Cameroon in the midst of the wind of change in Africa. Cameroon in the midst of the wind of change where it blow through Africa. Is there a possibility of a coup d'etat in Cameroon? Are Ambazonians ready for such scenario if the Cameroon military take over power, or in terms of Paul Biya's death and the regime duplicate itself with Frank Biya? Are Ambazonians ready to take advantage? Will this be beneficial to Ambazonia or not? First, would want to congratulate the Bui warriors for carrying out a brazen attack where they neutralized 3 Cameroon terrorist forces them for inside Kumbo. The 3 Cameroon military people them, they be the follow one girl for Kumbo. As they go meet up this girl for their rendezvous, they shidong then drink alcohol, then lost sense. Our brave Ambazonian fighters ambush them for their rendezvous point, neutralizing 3 of them. All of them fall wouldn't get their names them from Cameroon activists them. One in name na Meka, Nipo, Njinkam, all of them pure francophones in the land of no return. We will continue to give La République hell to resist their occupation and their rule until justice is found for Ambazonia for an acceptable solution to our crisis. Small shuffle that it happened for inside CDC camp. CDC when a ban company for stop Cameroon exploiting our cash crops. You work at the dam approach the administrative building them for complain about over 40 months of unpaid salaries, mainly for technical staff, medical personnel, and other top management officials have not received salary, while Cameroon benefits and uses CDC asset to loan to borrow money abroad. Their staffs remain unpaid. All Ambazonians are forbidden to work for CDC because CDC directly affects Cameroon financial portfolio and aid Cameroon to exploit our people and be able to fund the war against our people. Working for CDC is a crime that have sanctions. Our people should take note. Fellow Ambazonians, the French government it double down on their political campaign for try for dissolution Africanism regarding the wind of change where it happened for Gabon. France 24, RFI, the Rango overdrive with propaganda regarding the military coup leader for inside Gabon. The French propaganda they try to do 2 things. One, they want for talk say Ali Bongo na a very bad person, so the French government they condemn me. Secondly, they want for show say the French government it support the new coup d'etat general Brice Oligui where then take over Gabon for with the hope say they would dissuade the wind of change. They will make Africans and me they no believe say this change it be real, and I will show now the reason why it be important for Ambazonian people for observe which way they happen and then learn. When your neighbor a house a day on fire, you need to take precaution against the possibility say the fire it could jump to for your house. Yesterday, I done play audio when Emmanuel Macron Yisesep it done come out for condemn Ali Bongo, talk how Ali Bongo it be done became the lost sense, be competent. Other speakers for France they done double down on that same narrative.
C'est le pétrole et le système a été mis en place d'après les enquêtes journalistiques et entre autres celles de Mediapart par le père Omar Bongo, prolongé peut-être d'une manière un peu moindre, par le fils. Assez simple finalement, des sociétés pétrolières qui versent des commissions au clan Bongo pour pouvoir exploiter le pétrole. Cet argent qui est ensuite, et là c'est l'enquête française qui le révèle, envoyé vers des sociétés écrans, SCI Emerald.
The French government, they show billions and billions of money for inside Gabon with the Ali Bongo family, the Rantivam. The question now, na say, these things them where the French they expose them now, why they not be the expose them? Why were the French protecting Ali Bongo during all this time? Does the same thing not apply to Cameroon? Does the French government not know that Paul Biya is a Kamatus, somebody where he routinely collapse, somebody where they wear diapers and he need if he think properly? They bring other new evidence where they show say the current president now, General Brice Oligui, he be done buy houses them in the millions for America. He be done be involved in many other crimes them, and they talk say na the cousin for Ali Bongo and he be equally corrupt like the remaining family them for inside the Ali family. They then put out a profile for the new general for Gabon. Then talk say he be na a direct cousin to the current President Ali Bongo, and a current position he be replaced na another half cousin for Ali Bongo for become the Director General de Special Service for inside the Republican Guards them for Gabon. Before it one can be the head of the Republican Guard them for inside Gabon. Our people them need to understand say dictatorship, colonialism, they strive with the promotion of myth, promotion of superstitiousness, for surround the leader with some impression, say them be invincible, then get spiritual power. When I remember, say Ali Bongo, he be done make video them release them out where they for this French, their occultic group them, where they do spiritualism, that they practice all those type of things them. Ali Bongo be release those videos deliberately. If truly Ali Bongo, if he get spiritual power them, no be that spiritual power them for show ye say he can come off for power. Say he own cousin where he done been at the head for the presidential guard tomorrow if he betray ye. Wusa in Gambe ide. If truly the Ngambe it work or he need to work, now for our people them for stop for believing in the myth for Palava, Ngambe and protection of the head of state. Paul Biya it don't do the same with a constant giving of gift to people them way Ambazonian them or opposition party them for Cameroon, they expect say they feel help for try for highlight the corruption for Cameroon. Each time these dignitaries they visit Cameroon, Paul Biya it present them with gift, it salute them with golden ring, it propagandize them, they come for tell the lay people them. Say when Paul Biya is shake hand with you, now all that for your soul it don't be corrupt, it go feel manipulate and for control you. This belief it be very important for such dictators for hold on to power. Ambassador Thibaut Nagy, it be even expose them. Say the gift of those states to them, where Paul Biya the game, some of those states to them, they not even be cost up to $1,000. Make our people they know say there is no spiritual power in Paul Biya he hand salute with anybody. If those spiritual power no be fit protect Ali Bongo, then make no man in no ever believe say any spiritual power or any Ngambe power or witchcraft or occultism if you protect somebody for become a president or make it immune for any opposition or any person for plan something against ye. Yes, you can plan against them and they would not know. It has happened with Ali Bongo. The whole idea for the oppressor for accuse a potential person when a savior for the population say they work with ye. Now a big strategy where that always the work. The French government, they want to deceive Africans and Gabonese them. Say General Brice Oligui, it work with them by trying to make statements that looks like the French government is supporting them. I want our people to look back to the president of Guinea, General Mamadi Doumbouya, where he take over Guinea, knocking out the French stooge and puppet, Alfred Condé. When the coup d'etat be happen for Guinea, Mamadi Doumbouya, the French government, they be do the same. They be stand the toxin a French soldier where he still be on salary and on active duty for the French army. They be toxin he be lead a group of French soldiers them like a leader for fight in Afghanistan. And by such, naturally a French agent where they don't say he can take coup d'etat for replace Kunte. Many Africans, they be start for Doughty and it make am ability for governance support it reduce. But today we know say all those things na lie. General Mamadi Doumbouya for Guinea, he be the first one for receive General Moussa from Niger for make military plan for fight against the French government them in case they intervene for Niger. The soldier them for Guinea, they ran send a contingent of soldiers them for help for defend Niger against the French-led ECOWAS mission. So for sure, Mamadi Doumbouya na a patriot way than liberate a country. The fact say he be a French soldier, it no mean na say he no fit liberate a country. May we understand say even for the white man their country, kingdom, their own cousin them, or even direct brother, they come wipe out a whole family for bring change or for bring a new system for their people them. Just the fact say they go talk all this thing about this leader them, may we always focus for the fact and we go know the reality of a country, the people the way they fight for freedom. Even within our Ambazonian struggle, the enemy ability for deceive our people them say the people where they truly fight for freedom, they actually work with La Republique. It don't always be a successful strategy for dampen support for people the way they fit liberate Ambazonia and for weaken their ability for forge ahead with programs and vision them where if we free a country. May we listen for the latest speech from General Brice Olinguier for Gabon, where he just released them recently.
Les politiciens qui êtes responsables. C'est vous, les organisations internationales, qui êtes responsables. Parce que quand un chef prend la peine de tripatouiller la Constitution, vous ne faites rien. Vous ne condamnez pas. Quand il fait des élections tronquées, vous ne condamnez pas. Et après, quand les militaires s'interposent, on dit c'est un coup d'État. Et là, vous condamnez. Donc, je n'ai pas le patronyme de quelqu'un. Autrefois, quand je lisais Machiavel, on me disait que pour changer un système, il faut être dans le système. Et c'est quand on arrive au sommet qu'on le change.
So the general, he talk for they say, the international community then be na the one for be blamed because when Ali Bongo they be the change constitution, make fake elections, the West they need to condemn them. But when their military don't intervene, they the one condemn them. He also talks say he need to work for anybody. He be a patriot. Say Machiavelli, he be talk say for you for change a system, you need to become part of that system, and he be that ascend to the head of that system with the hope for change the country. And he talk say he be that always be for your mind.
Ces idées, je les ai depuis. Et quand je vous entends parler, je me dis, est-ce qu'on était tous révolutionnistes à ce moment donné? Parce que quand vous me sortez, le référendum s'est basé sur la Constitution de 91. J'y ai pensé. Et je l'ai déjà noté.
So he talks in a tin way he be done the think since 1991. He be done the plan all these things for a long time, and our people they need for believing. How does this affect Cameroon? How does our people be able to see Cameroon and Paul Biya for who he be? This is what we should know. The Cameroon government is not a pulpit to the French government like we have always assumed. If that was the case, Cameroon President Paul Biya would not have a high delegation with all of a cabinet, including a Pekin, for fly for St. Petersburg for go get a meeting with the Russian along with other African leaders against the wish of the French. The French government be opposed as it be against the strategic national interest for France for any African to collaborate with Russia during a wartime. Before the war with Ukraine, over 40 African head of states, they be visit Sushi for a city for inside Russia for get the African-Russian summit. This time the French government he oppose them, the Americans he oppose them, try for sabotage them. Now only 17 African head of states then visit Russia for the last St. Petersburg meeting where Vladimir Putin he began with African states, heads of state, and Paul Biya he be been one of those them way they be go there with big delegation for make a media occasion he be pass fine. So we need for no say the Paul Biya and the French government they not there together as we think. The French government it began begin fall out with Paul Biya from the time where Paul Biya start use the Israelite military complex them and industry for replace the French government. The French, for the most part, even though they exploit Cameroon, now mostly by propaganda and to have that mindset of our people them. Sometimes we feel say them be just obsessed with our resources. Make we know say even ego of some of this nation them it be more important than money. If not, the French government enough for withdraw Total for France, it withdraw for Russia because of the war of Ukraine, losing billions, even much money than it makes in Cameroon. Then stand for principle. We need to know say the white people, the one just hold we like slaves, because it be in their nature. Say the only way white man it go be proud now for we black people them for be like slaves and for be beggars and for be poor. If we do not know reality, we will not know how to align ourselves and how to place our position of our struggle in a way that we can have maximum advantage to free ourselves. Today, the Cameroon government have had an alliance with the Russian. They have signed a military pact which is against French international position. The Ministry of Defense, Petit Asomo, if he stay back for St. Petersburg for get a meeting with the Wagner group, probably meeting the late Wagner chief Prigozhin. So if Russia was to intervene or the coup in Africa are being planned by the Wagner group, definitely the Wagner group will stand with Paul Biya and the Russian government will stand with Paul Biya. They are the only government who are now supplying the Cameroon military with weapons, including light bullets to fight their war in Ambazonia. We should know these facts. Wait till this one they mean. It means say it be very highly unlikely say the Russian type of influence will cause coup d'etat for Cameroon. It also no means a coup d'etat it not be possible, because we don't see how Cameroon president and Kagame for Rwanda, they don't be the two African leaders the way the war done cite them. International security expert they don't cite them, say they don't panic after this coup d'etat it happened for Gabon. It means that the Cameroon government it also be vulnerable, if not enough for panic for the way them panic. Whatever the case, we need to know our reality. If Cameroon falls today, if Paul Biya was to fall today, Ambazonian is not capable to take full advantage. I had come up with a program called the takeover. The takeover program, which I had envisioned, was a program for us to be able to mobilize at least 2,000 Ambazonian fighters who can be able to be disciplined, have military conduct, that we can be able to take over a city like Bamenda if Cameroon military was to withdraw to go back and defend their capital. The ability to gather those forces, that vision was relying on the leadership of General Efang and the discipline of the ADF. That ability to mobilize our forces was interrupted by the county-by-county propagation within our struggle. Infighting had made it almost impossible for our soldiers to be able to be mobilized in that capacity. If today one Ambazonian groups want to carry an initiative, another one will oppose. Even amongst the ADF, how many camps are actually under the command of General Efang? If we have to bring in all the battalions, even only in the Savannah or the Ngrafi area into Bamenda, are they going to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder? Are the forces of General Saigon, General Tok Andu, be able to stand side by side with General Mad Dog in Bamenda? Are they not going to fight each other? Our internal dynamic have not made things better. Look at what is happening in the coastal states in Ambazonia. The mountain lions are almost missing in action. We have a long way to build our capacity, and our internal dynamic does not make it possible for our plan for the takeover to be able to be implemented. Today, it is completely not capable for us to implement a takeover plan. The only viable plan Ambazonia can have to take advantage of a vacuum is our ability to mobilize our population and use our population as a screen to be able to take over positions, offices, and set up an interim transitional government. That is even a stretch, because our political leadership are also made up of bullies and partisanship who are not going to allow anybody to stand up for Ambazonia. The crap mentality will not allow us to do that. If it is Sako, Chris Ano will fight him. If it is Seseko, Ayabacho will fight him. Ayabacho have vowed that nobody will see leadership. The other groups have vowed the same. Even if La Republique was to disappear today, I doubt if we Ambazonia will be capable of filling the gap and running our own government. These statements I'm making today is not to discourage our people, but to give us a reminder of a reality check. Ambazonia must come back to their senses and be able to debate and stop the bullying culture of partisanship of my group or nobody else. It will never help us. Calling people like Republic agents, blackmailing each other will never help us. As a matter of fact, that will be counterproductive. If we are not able to come together, reason together, moderate ourselves to be able to draw together all the segments of our population, the federalists, unionists, CPDM, SDF, traditional leaders, if we do not represent ourselves in such a way that we can mobilize our people, we will be unable to fill any gap when that day comes. That work needs to start, and it needs to start now. We have to be patriotic. Ideologically, if our revolution is being seen by Francophones as an anti-Francophone revolution that stigmatizes and attacks Francophones, there is no way, even if a new regime comes to the Republic of Cameroon, that would think it will be popular to engage with Ambazonia for concession. We have to have political narrative and ideology that will make it attractive for the new president of Cameroon or a successful coup d'etat leader to think that it will be wise and popular amongst Francophones to be sympathetic with our cause, to accord us some concession. Right now, our posture against Francophones do not help us in that field. We must think, we must put up our thinking cap so that we are not remembered as a generation or a people who do not miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Capo Daniel, signing out, looking out for you.